What's up, everybody? We had all kinds of fun issues this morning, but I'm here, ready to go. You can see the contest is going. Tons of issues. Let's see. All right. So we're giving away a Trident today, and I hear someone's echo in the background, by the way. All right. So we got a Trident. It's sitting right here. I just wanted you guys to see it. Man. So we got some special guests today. We got Terrence and Richard Ross on today for the special 1,000th subscriber episode. And we're giving away a Trident, so this is going to be fun. So let's get them in here. Hopefully we can get me in here too. Man, I had this all working earlier.
Okay, I'm working now.
Oh, what a day. It's a good day. It's a good day.
Oh, it exploded again. Fun.
We're getting there. We're getting there. One thing at a time. Okay. What's up, guys? What's up, Terrence? What's up, Richard? We're good. We got everybody here. Continuing, guys. So if you haven't entered the giveaway, just keep entering. We have 38 people entered. We have about 59 people in the stream. So welcome. Good morning.
Oh man, can you hear me?
What a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, I hear you.
There. Did this go and can you hear me?
Oh, we hear you.
Most of the echo was on my side because I had another window open in the back, and so I was hearing like 3 echoes. That was like, stop.
So that's why I ran around like a crazy person to get my headphones on, because of you window open.
Yes.
So Kirk, the Trident cannot be used with the Neptune Classic. So if you don't have a new one, I think it's time to upgrade, sir. I would suggest anybody that has a Neptune Classic to upgrade, because they are significantly better. So.
Well, it's only been 11 years since we released that one, so.
That's true. So, I forgot to mention, we are actually going to have 3 winners today. I didn't mention that. So, obviously the grand prize. The grand prize is the Trident, which I just showed you, and I'm giving away 2 PM version 2s. So if you have an ATK system already, this is perfect for you guys to get the newer version of the pump. And I have 2 of them for you. So 3 winners today, guys. We need to have 75 people to enter the contest in order for us to give away the Trident. So we have 46 people entered. Only 75.
How many times can I enter?
You could try to enter more than once, but my system will boot you. So guys, I don't know if you noticed, I've been putting out those GHL versus Apex series videos. I know Terrence has been watching them, and Richard, I don't know if you had a chance to watch them yet.
No, not yet, but I'm going to, because I'm interested in that a lot.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. It really has been a lot of fun. I'm really starting to learn a lot about both systems. I learned all about the power management for the first time doing that video on the Neptune. And I found that to be pretty incredible what you guys do over there, Terrence, with the power management.
Is really kind of the unsung hero of the Apex. You know, so many people have the Apex and are not utilizing that functionality from a monitoring perspective and a safety perspective in the level that they should. I would bet 15% of the people out there are using it.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't using it, and you know me, I use everything.
What's the one simplest thing on power monitoring people should do?
Just knowing when
one
you're.
Simplest thing is.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, for me, it's there's a task there for doing the alert and do it on your return pump.
Right.
Okay, that's a good call.
Yeah, I mean, knowing if your return pump is failing or something got stuck in it. You know, sometimes return pumps, of course, will still go, even if there's just a ton of scum in there. And this will give you an idea if it's slowing down by the amount of consumption it's using. So it's great.
And it's easy to set up.
Oh yeah. But I think, I mean, personally, again, I'm the control freak. I think the coolest part is knowing how much money you're spending, which I didn't even know you could do. And I found that out doing the series. Obviously GHL has none of that. But when I found out that you can know how much you're spending on something, and then next day if you want to change something to, save some money, I thought that was huge.
That's the real secret for me is it. I mean, it's a nice to know other than that, but when you can make a change and then see that change and know, wow, that didn't really affect how I use or how my reef runs, and it me $3 a month, $12 a month, or whatever it is, but it also saved that energy. It's kind of a green cow.
Yeah. Someone just said, I just had power monitoring alert me to a failing pump last week. Very, very nice. So I totally agree. Heartbeat is way more important, Brian said. I would agree with him. I think Heartbeat is a fantastic feature. I learned about that a long time ago, but then again, during the series, I'm like, I wonder if the GHL can do something like this. And then I find out you got to buy this SMS module, and then I find out the SMS module is no longer sold anymore. So pretty much you can't do it.
The thing about the Heartbeat that, I think hopefully we're going to make a little bit of an improvement on it in the not too distant future is it doesn't come on automatically. And that's because if you have any kind of networking issues, it will basically be sending you a lot of false alarms. Mm-hmm. So your system has to run for a period of time and it can't have any disconnects. And there's some kind of reasons that you can't have it enabled at the gate. Could do a better job in alerting somebody after those things have fired, and that they should turn it on.
Right.
Because there's a lot that do not know it's available, and so that definitely improved.
Well, Reef Keeper just asked, why isn't Heartbeat enabled from the factory? Which you pretty much kind of explained it. I mean, that would be, I think, a big deal just to be enabled. I'm curious as to why it is not, why there is an option to disable and enable it. Why isn't it just always enabled?
Just to explain to you, because of out of the gate, right? We could automatically enable a period of time that we establish a good internet connection.
I see.
Okay. But it, it's generally not a good idea to just automatically enable things like that for people. It's better to let them know that something is available, that they can do, and that if they want to do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we just kind of assume it's there, that you need to go do it.
I think it's really the struggle with reef auto right now, which is people want it. That's a terrible idea. Because
totally agree.
It's not a replacement for you knowing what's going on, and it's the same thing with internet stuff. If you don't know what's going on and a whole bunch of stuff is just on, it just ends up being more confusing to you if you have an issue.
Well, that's what.
There's no doubt that one of the bigs of from a kind of a marketing for us is once people have had their Apex for 6 months or 9 months or 12 moderately capable Apex control free, you have all this cool stuff in there with your friends. So and it has been a process of migration over time that you got to that point. But when you show it to them, they don't understand that has been the case. And their conception of this is they're going to buy this box, open it up, plug it in, and they're going to have everything that you capabilities that you have already ready to go. And that's a big chasm to have to cross with people is those expectations.
Right. Well, I do see one other question
out there I'd like to address if we can.
Go ahead. I'm trying to follow up with them also.
I'm watching them fly by. So Aaron asked, sell him on the wave pump over other options out there. Okay. For people to answer that question, number one is I'm actually cleaning my wave pumps right now, and I'll get into that briefly. Number two, I know Rich is kind of a convert with the wave pump as well, so it's kind of teeing up. But really, one of the things with having the wave pumps is you have 3 connections already on your Apex that you have, and you can plug these incredibly powerful power heads into those one link on your supply. Nothing else, just one wire that goes to them, thin wire as well. And they're so powerful that you can put them in the back of the tank, point them at glass, and get a nice dispersed amount of flow. Or if you have a super long tank, it'll actually reach down the tank because they have such a focused flow rate. But in addition to that, they have some safety features built in, and you also can take them out of the tank like I'm doing today. I don't even have to do anything on my dashboard. I don't have to touch any buttons or turn anything off whatsoever. I just take them right out of the tank. I drop them right into a jug of citric acid and for like 3 or 4 hours. Take them out, brush them off the tank, and so that's really handy. And the last thing before I let Rich go on this question is the cost. I mean, you won't find a better quality, made in China, circulation pump that gives you 4,000 gallons per hour and $75 retail. I mean, it's value oriented in that respect. So That's my answer for that. Rich, do you have anything?
What was it? I got caught up in your answer and your dreamy eyes.
Oh, yes. Oh, Rich. I miss you too. No, the question was sell me on why I should put wave pumps in my tank as opposed to other solutions out there.
And you already have an Apex? If you already have an Apex?
Yes, he already has an Apex because he got one, right?
He did.
Got one for free, right? He
got one for free. That is correct.
Flexible to get good flow is amazing. I've been working on it for several years, and I really like my current new idea. I actually have to program in a quiet time now as well, but I think 0 volume for some reason.
There are all kinds of issues today. Yes, absolutely.
Gremlins running around today. I hate the idea of living 2 different. It did it again. How interesting.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Yes,
I don't hear you anymore. Having
this is usual with
I mean, I do care. I care, but stop freaking out about it because for something, and it keeps going.
I'll finish Rich's point. Getting at having everything in.
I mean, having to go to a different ecosystem, weird thing for me, and when all your changes.
Well,
going to one spot to make all your changes is great. And now that seems, I'm talking to Paul about something I've always wanted to do, which is getting my waves to run based on the lunar position. So I'm going to see if I can make that happen, because that might have implications for spawning as well.
That sounds really cool. Questions up there?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Everyone's mad at us because we're choppy. It's Skype. Skype's acting up. Someone said use OBS. Well, unfortunately, OBS doesn't work with this. But anyway, someone had asked to explain.
They can direct the whole stream for you and use OBS for you and be the producer.
Yeah.
And then we'll use OBS. So
yeah, that's fun. Someone had asked about the position timing, or the position of the wave, how that error works, I guess. They're asking what positioning does.
So the position if you have somebody pull a magnet off of your pump, or for whatever reason it falls off and falls to sand, making sand all the way up and whatnot, and it's kind of touchy to set up and set a baseline, kind of to get your pump where it needs to be and not get false alarms. Some people and other people it doesn't work so well. Because it has like a little accelerometer inside it to know that it's actually fallen off the glass, believe it or not.
I see. So that's what I thought. I love the fact that you were talking about cleaning, how you could just take it out of the tank, it stops, and then just throw it in a bucket, and then it goes back.
Yep.
Like, that's flipping cool. I don't know about you guys out there. I think that's awesome.
Also, water changes too. When you drop the tank level, you don't get that, surface propeller action that
exactly.
Blows water all over.
Someone asked how long the cord is. It's pretty long, huh, on the waves?
12 feet, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. Is it more controllable than an MP40? I mean, I don't know. They're pretty much the same, but you get all those extra features.
Yeah, you get to, since you do get to integrate it with other things that are happening in your aquarium, it is by definition more controllable. Now, if you had the on a WXM, then it would be pretty much par, the same kind of controllability.
Mm-hmm. Someone's asking for smaller waves. I've heard that multiple times from people. Also asking for smaller dose pumps. I've heard that before. Hey, Terrence, where are the 6-month reagents? Because I have to ask that in every stream. And what about the EB832 in Europe or something everyone asks about? Yeah. There's so many of those.
Yeah, that's the other one.
When is the one coming out that's got 6 outlets, 8 outlets instead of 6?
I mean, the reagent thing is crazy. I mean, I only wish that people could truly understand how many tridents are out there, which we can't obviously divulge the exact number, but there are thousands and thousands and thousands of them.
Yeah.
Order of magnitude more than really out there. And, given that each one of the 2-month kits has 5 bottles in it, and there's 15 bottles in a 6-month kit, plus 3 of the calibration solutions,
right,
and you have thousands and thousands and thousands of customers, start to add up how many bottles that have to be filled and packaged, and we have to keep the current conveyor belt going while we're trying to build on top of that to have this huge rush of 6-month kits. It's a difficult math.
Right.
Anyway, it's coming. It's definitely going to happen, and it's in what I would call the near future. So answer, you got it out of the way.
So someone asked Richard how high your nutrients are.
Last time I checked, my January was in April. It's on. I'm trying to get to it for the last week. But the last time the phosphate was 0.91. And,
oh my goodness.
And the nitrate was 55.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
everything's dying.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I had an issue a long time ago, and I've been preaching this forever. I had almost 0 nitrates, and then all my corals were bleaching and having all kinds of issues. Once I bumped that nutrients up to quite a bit, I think I have like 10, everything started just exploding. Just like your hair is exploding.
My hair is insane. I'll be like you guys. Now we're a team.
Now he looks like he should be on Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
Bye. You guys just made fun of me. You said this wasn't an ambush.
So someone
asked
the same question everyone asks, and we've talked about this before, Terrence, but there's a lot of people in here today. But battery backups for the Neptune. Now, I did a whole episode on battery backups, and also the power management that I just did kind of explains it. I mean, what's your personal suggestion on backing up the waves? Let's just say we want to back up the waves. What would you do?
I mean, first of all, as far as a short list of product that we have been, whatever you want to call it, considering, this is certainly on that short list. And two MACNAs ago, we did a survey, and it was one of the 5 things that people, not people, but we put on a predefined survey of for people to kind of stack rank what they thought was most important. And a number of people, I don't know if it came in second or third, right, to have some sort of a backup solution. Backup solution the right way, really, really the way, is complicated, because it would be nice to do it for more than just the waves, right? That we have an approach kind of to our ecosystem and to our product, inclusive of a lot of different companies' products, to be able to plug them in and to do things with them. So a battery backup solution that could possibly not just work for our own controlled wave maker would be a great thing. I'm not saying we're doing it or not doing it. I'm just saying that the level of tech that we would love to do based on the way that we do things. Mm-hmm. The way it's done right now, for the most part, is it's a battery. I'm talking about by another company, right? It's a battery that connects up, to the controller and runs it at half voltage, because the battery is half voltage, and that's really it. There's no battery management system. There's no, charge management system for the battery. There's none of these different things. So there is a better way to do it, and if we ever were to do something, we'd want to improve upon what's currently kind of out there. Mm-hmm. As far as what should you do now, the way that you can deal with it now, if you really want to have a backed up solution that could work really well, is to use like a wave starter kit that comes with the one link that has its own external power supply. Use whether it's a do-it-yourself homegrown battery backup solution of, a couple of these, however, would, sealed lithium ions or whatever, along with, an inverter, or using an off-the-shelf kind of UPS system, which aren't ideal either.
Right.
And then use programming to limit the speeds when in that power outage mode, the speeds and frequency, so that you get a longer runtime. That's
what I'm doing. I don't have wave pumps because I bought the wave pump and it was just too powerful for my tank. I turned that thing down to I have a small tank. It's only a 3.5, I think, foot tank. And I put one in and it was just too strong. I have so many corals right next to the power heads too. But anyway, I did the same thing. I plugged it in and I programmed it so if I had a power outage, turn it down to 20% or turn it down to 10%, just so you have some movement to keep things alive. And right. I just use a UPS on my brain. I got a special one. I got a APC. It's like a special one for DC stuff. I don't remember what it's called. They make one. You just have to find it. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
And then there's people out there that have generators. I think that's another, obviously surefire way to save your house.
The UPSs that you're talking about are ones that actually do a flow through rather than a switch over. So they actually work like I'm talking about, which is an inverter battery type of operation where you're always running off of that inverter.
That's right.
And not just switching over when the power goes out.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that will work better, but they are far more expensive.
Yes, very expensive.
Has anyone done an experiment with an O2 monitor and seen how much the O2 crashes in a tank when the pumps go to 50%? And the reason I'm asking that is because if the return is not on, but the way most people have their intake water motion devices, you're not getting much surface agitation, which means there's very little gas exchange. So I could see the possibility of the issue of you've got the pumps running and there's water flow, but there's no oxygen exchange.
Right.
But I want to see data about that. That's one of the reasons why even when I have battery backups on a pump, that if it's not the return, I also have battery backup air pumps.
Yeah, the air pumps are a great idea. And you can run the air pumps too off of the Apex in the same way, where they only turn on when you have the power outage.
Right.
You could have them, you could have them back hitting the back of the display. There's other things too where if you know, for instance, this won't work well, believe it or not, with the wave pumps because of their off function. But if you know that the return pump goes off and your water level, drops, right? If your power heads are in the right spot where they can actually churn the top of the water a little bit, that's also going to give you great oxygenation in the water. But with a wave pump, they're going to spin for a second and go off.
Yeah, with me,
I used to do that with another product with the Ecotech stuff. I used to always make sure that the one pump really high up in the water, so when it hit the opposite side of the tank, it was doing surface agitation.
Yeah.
But this would be a good experiment to run to see if it's even an issue.
Yeah, what I do, and I think a lot of people do this too, is I have a skimmer that's DC, so it doesn't need a lot of power, and I have that on a battery backup, and I have my return pump, which is a core, and I have that on a battery backup. So if my power goes out, which in Arizona rarely, I think my powers went out maybe once or twice, it'll pump the skimmer, bubbles basically back up to the tank, and
that's
therefore, great. And I tell people all the time, if you're worried about it, just get your skimmer and your return pump on a backup. That's all you need. There's nothing more you need, and everything will be fine, And
you're probably okay just return pump, like if you have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Hey, super chats are coming in.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for the super chats.
Reset. Your camera's about to reset, so
I
you got 21 seconds. every 15 minutes or so, he has to go and flip the thing around.
This is a really good camera too, and this is the dumbest feature they have, is you got to reset it. Oh, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for these super chats. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
But all the super
someone asked if I'm getting them. Guys, this is the first time I've got them, so we'll find out tomorrow if I got them.
You listening? Share this around on your social media. Tweet it out on Facebook or what have you. We can get some more people here in the stream. Right now he's got up to 93. Let's get him well over 100.
Well, we got
Reef
enough
dudes,
people
why don't you
entered.
share a little bit, man? Come on now, Reef dudes.
Reef dudes.
Give a little share love to your network,
Someone asked why the camera needs a reset. I'll explain it real quick. This camera, whenever you do a stream, after 30 minutes, it says no way and shuts off. So you have to keep turning it on.
It's a feature so that they don't overheat their sensor is what it is.
Stupid.
Because they do. I know.
Lee, I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Chew nuts
Lee.
in the microphone.
When is Neptune going to make LEDs? That's a good question. When is Neptune System going to make LEDs?
I don't know, man.
Did you guys hear Ecotech has a new power bar that they're making? I saw that on some forum somewhere.
I saw that they that the blank was there. There's plenty of speculation since like 5 years ago. There's no doubt. But all the funny, the usuals, it's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask some of the guys on here. We got a lot of people on here. What do you guys think so far of the GHL versus Apex series, and what are your guys' thoughts?
The usuals, it's pretty fun.
What just happened to my phone?
It's his great technology day. So bizarre.
What is going on?
That's great.
I had to turn off Bluetooth.
What the heck is going on?
It went to 99, and then it dropped to 98, Derek.
All because of that?
Now
it's all because of that.
Oh, Desert Reef Aquatic.
Thank you guys so much. Desert Reef actually has money?
Reef 9, what? Dude, you are cleaning up.
Rich doesn't know. Desert Reef Aquatics is one of my friends, and he comes into my streams and trolls me every single stream.
That's fantastic. That is a good friend.
Tell him he's going to put $15 in the kitty, right?
Yeah. He's going to be on our stream one day. I just have to get the courage to put him on here. He's got...
You're up to $45, dude.
Nice. Well, for all the money I've shelled out over the last few months, $45 is pretty good. Thank you so much, guys. February or March.
So Derek is up to 1,000 on his channel.
Thank you so much.
Such a small niche of a niche, right? I mean, you're doing awesome.
Thank you.
And a lot of good information for people. And you know, the GHL think, but you know, I may be biased.
Maybe.
I think that it's, you know, that it's in that you're looking at, you know, kind of here's these features and here's what it is over on that side. So
that's exactly what I'm doing.
You know, with as little, little amount of, and right, you're gonna have a couple episodes of your own personal thoughts.
So I've already started on it a little bit. I'm gonna have a kind of a 1 out of 10, and I'm gonna go through all the different features and give each one a 1 out of 10 what I think, and then we're gonna add up the total at the end. I think that's the best way to do it, because I've already started on it, and there's quite a discrepancy, you know, on certain things. Let's just say where something is significantly better than the other one, and
right,
you know, it's gonna be a war. I can tell you that much.
The part that I didn't, I mean, this is like some sort of tunnel into their, you know, into their unit.
That's
from
correct.
The cloud, as opposed to actually having a cloud server that acts as an intermediary, you know, to do push notifications and all these other things. I did not know that's kind of how things ran.
Yeah, so that's a good point that you make, Terrence, because in the Crestron world where I sit, everything's done like the GHL, where the actual unit itself is connecting to the internet, and then you're connecting to the internet through the internet, or connecting to the system through the internet. And there's pros and cons for both. You know, having a cloud service is great because you don't have to rely on anything. It's all you guys. But, you know, then we get those, I'm going to call them haters. You get those people out there that think that you're getting all our information and you're going to share it with the government, and, you know, you get those people too. So it's definitely, you know, some people don't like it, some people do.
Information with the government.
What was that?
Information with the government.
I tell my wife the same thing. I'm like, I don't care, whatever.
The government needs to know when I power cycle my skimmate.
Exactly. Yes, you know, I have. Oh boy. You know, I have the sleep thing on my phone, and I'm like, oh, I'd love the government to know when I'm sleeping. Like, I don't care. Like, and then there's people out there, like, I go online and there's people, you guys are monitoring my sleep. You guys are gonna come to my house when I'm sleeping. I'm like, what? No one's coming to your
Brian
house.
Bench, man, I gotta stop you. Brian Bench, man. Okay, so he said this is my second $25. I did one before the chat started. Beat this. I've done a total of $50 now. So these curry favor to get the Trident. I know. Okay, for sure.
Not happening, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Again, I'm seriously humbled.
Yeah.
You know.
It reminds me of a Seinfeld episode, which is the calzone episode.
Oh boy.
Where George goes and puts $5 tip jar and nobody sees, and then so he goes to take it back out, then put it back in. No more calzone. So Brian is like wants to make sure that you know that he dropped in that first 25. So
thank you so much, Brian. We had Brian on the stream. I think the third one. He's got a ridiculous setup. Like it makes mine look kind of ridiculous, or kind of, you know, silly compared to his. He's got all kinds of.
I'll have to have him on Control Freak Wednesday.
Yeah, he's got a frozen food feeder that goes through a refrigerator and all this crazy stuff. Like, he's nuts. Like, I say I'm nuts. He's nuts. Someone just brought up something, and I'd love Terrence to respond, because I've already responded on my videos about this. I don't know how many times. Matt Greer says, programming the Apex seems a little scary to me coming from someone that isn't computer savvy. Drop-down boxes don't scare me as much.
Okay.
So
I guess I don't really understand the question, because most of what you do on Rich.
I understand the question. All you need to do is marinate a little bit in Apex programming, not like 3 or 4 tricks you kind of need to know, and you've got those. And once a little bit, it starts to make more sense. It's you just have to. It's like everything else. The reasons drop downs don't seem intimidating is because you're a little more used to drop downs. So it's like anything else new. Just kind of have to marinate in it a little bit to get a feel for it, and then it makes a lot more sense.
Right.
It's not a hard language to understand.
I'm going to follow up on that and say this. First of all, 95% of or more of what the average person could do in their first year or two, is in drop downs. It's all in tasks. It's all in boxes that you drop down and you put in in the setup for them. When you get to where you want to do what I call 300 or 400 level kinds,
right,
that's where Rich is. Okay, the guy is who opens his phone up to you and has a level of stuff on the GHL is, if you just go watch Derek's programming to try to do complicated things, the nesting of unnamed automations and whatnot. And Derek, you can probably comment on this better than I can, because you were running through it. Mm-hmm. So when that level of 300 or 400, like Rich is on and like Derek is on, and you try to do it on the Apex versus trying to do it on the GHL, it's night and day.
Mm-hmm. Night and day.
But everything else is all
the perfect
easy,
example.
Easy.
Yeah, and the reason I felt comfortable answering that question is because whenever I started with Apex 6 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it was, that was one of my things. It was like, I don't want to learn this whole language to be able to use this thing. And so I got it initially just to turn off my metal halides when it got too hot. Which happens.
That's how we all start with Apex.
Right. It's like the best, most no-brainer thing you want to be able to do if you live in a place that gets hot. And so I ran it like that for a year or two, and then I just slowly started adding stuff to it and talking to people and going,
$100 super chat.
Holy shiza.
Damn.
And a 50.
Thank you guys. My goodness. I'm seriously humbled. Like, this is crazy. Thank you so much, guys. I just sit here and talk.
It's gonna be our fee, right, Rich?
Do we have a 500?
Is this like an auction?
That's amazing.
Yeah, wow, guys. Great. Thank you so much, guys.
We're up to 102 people on the stream, too, so that's awesome.
So,
and
hey, I saw a couple people the spawning, so I thought I'd just mention it real quick.
Okay.
I've got baby from the spawning we had at Rebecca's at Albright Lab in April that are here. But these 2 tanks over here are now filled with Tongan corals who are cycling, and I'm hoping to have a spawn in October.
Sweet.
And by the way, just a plug, you guys can go watch a video I did with Rich about 2 years ago. Went down. What's that? They did video at the lab down there where they're doing the coral spawning down Nancy Pelosi Boulevard in San Francisco. And where you too can have your car broken into very easily. But that aside, the video is a good watch if you really want to see how some of this stuff happens, and how the Apex was used to help it. Go dig that up on our YouTube channel.
Now these guys want bigger prizes. How bigger can I get?
Bigger prize. He's like.
I gave away. Okay, let's pause. I gave away a $1,500 calcium reactor on a stream. Okay, I gave away twice Apex EL systems. I don't know how much bigger I can get, guys.
You got to get to 2,500 subs. So just hang some carrot out there just so they can get you to 2,500 subs.
2,500 and we'll give away, I don't know. I'll find a trip to Neptune headquarters. That's a good one.
That.
All expenses paid, right, Terrence?
By whom?
I don't know. We'll have to talk later. So someone had brought up, and I wanted to comment on what you guys said. So I've had the GHL running my first time ever for, 2 months now, 3 months? And I really liked it up until the programming. Once I got to the programming part, and I'm a programmer by trade, that's what I do, it was so confusing for me. And I started to ask people around. I go, how do you do this? How do you do that? And then there was a list of no joke, I'm not kidding, 50 steps just to do one thing. And I'm thinking to myself, if someone buys an automation or a controller, don't they want to just plug it in and push a button and be good to go? Not spend days on it? And I think that's the biggest thing, and I'm going to mention that in my later videos. Once you get to the programming, I think that's where Apex wins every time. I mean, every time.
So the question I'd have for you is what I call the parents test, right? Which is if you handed both of these things to your parents and said, set them up.
Oh, God.
Which one would they have the highest likelihood of setting up?
Well, you guys have tasks, so you win automatically. I mean, there's the win, because the tasks do everything for you. So if I told my parents, go to tasks, and that's all I said, they're going to have an up and running system. Unfortunately, your competitor does not have that. And I think that's where you guys win.
Just so you know, we did a live stream 4 weeks ago, and I did a setup of it live, okay? Which is, by the way, in tech circles, when you do tech demos to a live audience,
scary.
It's the scariest shit on it, because things do not go well. And what we wanted to show was, look, live, we're going to set it up in less than 15 minutes, and you're going to be able to have your lights, your skimmer, your pump, your everything. And part of that easy setup, where I can't remember his name, had asked before, he's kind of scared about it, is that those first 8 outlets are already set up for devices.
Right.
If you just want to plug them into those outlets.
Right out of the box.
Right out of the gate. Yeah. And you don't have to even think about doing any programming or setup or anything at all for maybe 2 days later if you want. If you just want your lights to come on at this time and your pump to come on and skimmer to come on, it's ready.
Yeah, Milton, I did have the GHL guys on. I had actually, 3 weeks ago, take a look, Milton. I had GHL on my stream. We went through a bunch of programming things, and he was a little confused, to be honest with you, too. So what can I say? I did, what Terrence said, I did do a Apex Classic to Apex 2016 live. I did it step by step, and it took me, I think, an hour to do, and I was scared to death to do it. You were talking about being scared? I was like, holy cow, I'm going to get, his name was, I'm sorry, Howard. I don't know if Howard's here. I took his Classic and literally converted it to a new one live.
Oh, it wasn't just one that you did out of the blue. It was somebody's actual running system?
Yes.
Ooh, you are a daring man.
And, I didn't charge him for it. We did it on the stream. I think it was an hour long. We ran into some network issues, and we ran into all the pertinent issues that someone would run into, which I thought was fantastic for the live stream. And we got it. And he's happy, and he loves his new Apex. And, it's on the stream. You guys can find it. It's on there. It's like an hour long. It's pretty boring. But, we went literally step by step. And I was scared to death. Just like you said. I was like...
Live demos, man. Steve Jobs. It doesn't matter. It's just those gremlins of the live demo. And you could run it 86 times till 3 in the morning. And then you go live, and, man, everything changes.
Like today. We go live. Everything was working, and then we go live, and everything starts going crazy. Yeah. Someone had asked if there's any plans to make limited edition ELs. I have that question too. I'm curious if you guys are going to release something like that ever again.
What do you mean?
The BRS special edition you guys made?
Oh, that. So there is a market for some, some kind of monitoring only kind of stuff. And a product like that, it's for a certain group of people, right? So it's not it doesn't take the place of the full. It's for somebody who maybe they're a little bit conscious. Maybe maybe it's a less money involved, so they're not going to want to use that much money. Maybe they don't completely believe in yet the idea that controlling an outlet is the idea or how to do it. So there is a market for that kind of thing. Really, what we were doing when we did that is, quite frankly, Ryan said, "Hey, there's a market for that." Yeah, and he said,
right.
"Well, do this, and we'll sell a bunch, and then we'll see what happens with those people and how satisfied they are, and what other things they buy and what they do, and
right.
if they actually use them, and what it is." Really been results of that, and I really can't say much more than that.
That's fine. So someone mentioned they should have a Reef Automation Special Edition. I agree. I completely agree. But unfortunately, guys,
I tell you what,
unfortunately,
10,000 subs.
Yeah, unfortunately, if we have a Reef Automation Special Edition, it's not going to be $250. It's probably going to be $3,000, and it's going to come with every single thing you can probably get for your Apex.
Yeah, as well as the Crestron and your services.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with it. It comes with an hour of Reef Automation setup, which ends up requiring a day of work, and then they end up paying me, so it evens out. So
I don't know though. I feel like kind of a cheapskate, Aaron. If I was rolling $2 in now, I don't know. I'd kind of be like, yeah, there's another $2. Yeah.
That was your friend doing that again, wasn't it?
Yes. These are my friends now being cheapskates.
$2.99.
There we go, Aaron. Nice.
$1? Oh, come on, guys. Oh, it's fantastic. I'm so happy, guys. For all the people that are new, I have to say a few things. We do this every week,
huge, okay?
And I give away something apparently not big enough every week. So thank you, everyone that came today,
Brian
man.
Fleener, thank you for the show. Brian Fleener, thanks. Saw your shout out there. Cool.
When are we going to see more Skimmate? I think they're talking about you guys.
Yeah, well, Rich and I are going to record this weekend, Rich. We're going to do it.
So you gotta, well, you don't have to understand, but horribly insane things have been happening in my state for the last.
Wow.
Freaking heat wave that was insane, and none of us have anything. Everywhere it's 95 degrees and it becomes very hard to do anything. And then we had the apocalypse and we couldn't breathe. So
that's true.
That puts a damper on things, and it's
9 days ago it looked like Mad Max outside my house. The sun did not come up until 10 in the morning. Okay.
Like, oh well, you were just trapped. Why didn't we just do? Why didn't we record then? And it's like, because you're just laying there going, oh. What?
Someone had a great idea here. Colt, 2,500 subs. We're gonna give away a 6-month reagent kit. That's freaking awesome. We can do that. All expenses paid.
I can. Definitely there's a safety thing, but Rich doesn't like to drive either, so he's blaming it on all the safety things because But it's Rich's turn to come here.
The one thing I've learned that I don't miss from all of these locks is sitting in the car.
Yeah. Well, I work from home all day, so it hasn't been an issue for me. I'm so used to just sitting here all day. But I've been trying to do these videos for people, right? And this is a big nerd alert, but I decided, I guess we got a war going on in my house.
Dogfight happening.
So here's a big nerd alert, guys. So I started flight simulators, and I'm building a flight simulator in my other room. And that's what I've been doing because I want to learn how to fly. And it's been taking up so much time. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going to get more videos out eventually.
That's awesome. I'm glad. Yeah, I've been having just general motivation issues. My motivation just started to come back.
Yeah.
So I think it's wonderful, and I wish that I was able to get it together during lockdown. But I was just having the deal. So
yeah.
I agree. There's a whole component of. I've got a big outdoor project at my house that's going issues with taking care of my mom, and I got all of these different things that all kind of one. So it was just hard to find because when we do that show, Rich, I like it to have that spunk and hiss and and the verb of the. There's good stuff to talk about, like herpes in your aquarium, and
in the aquarium. Who cares?
Doug, you know how to fly good. I need someone to teach me. I got tons of questions, but anyway, that's whole nother story. But
yeah, I got to get current again. I've got a pilot's license, Derek. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, I just got to get current again. It's been a while.
Get current. We can fly around.
I bought this crazy computer for it, and all. I'm going ballistic. My wife thinks I'm.
Well,
nuts.
the new Microsoft Flight Simulator is like the two.
That's what I got.
It is better. And it is spectacular, and you definitely will be able to learn, and it's some good plugins. I know we're off topic here, but if they have some good plugins for AT for voice,
yeah. Well, for those that don't know me, I love to just try new things and get new hobbies. I mean, I got frogs, I got tortoises, I got fish tanks, I got dogs, I got flight simulators, I got cars that I work on. I'm always
too much
this stuff.
All right, well, let's give away this Trident, man.
All right. So for those that don't know, we're giving away 3 prizes. So I'm curious if I should give away the P-umps first. I think I should.
And the Trident
because it always pisses people off.
The Trident winner is me, so just.
All right, folks. Trident giveaway equals broken internet. So we had 82 people that entered today. Holy cow.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, we're giving away 3 prizes. So we're going to start with the P-umps. So
it's a P-mup.
You don't know the P-mup. P-mup. P-mump.
Yeah, the P-mup.
P-mump.
It's
well, yeah, I know that.
Practical multi-purpose utility pump. We came up with the acronym before we came up with it was supposed to be, because I wanted it to be pump spelled backwards.
There you go.
Back to the 19s. Anyway, it is the P-mup.
P-mump. I can't
P-mup.
say P-mup. P-mup. All right, guys. So here's the deal. The P-mumps. The P-mumps. I can't do it. I'm not really giving many rules. I'm just going to give away the first 2 guys. But the Trident, we're going to give away to people that participated today.
I'm going to dig into those comments, too.
We're not just giving this away willy-dilly. All right, here we go. First winner.
Netflix, it's really press your lips. Really, that guy won a lot.
You win a P-mup. P-mup.
The reason I named it that is exactly this reason, Rich. Just so you know, man. Seriously.
I understood that from the get-go.
It's like the Brits. They call them
the WAVs. Oh, that's fat.
The WAVs and the dog.
Wow, the stream's having trouble keeping up apparently. But anyway, all right. So the first winner, or the second winner of a P-mup is Matthew Duarte. Matthew Duarte.
Yay, Matthew!
It says he won the Neptune Trident in the text.
No, he didn't.
He's like,
He didn't. He didn't.
someone just
I don't know what's going on.
20.
So many issues today with the stream. I just give up. All right. Now the big one.
Here we go.
This has been in my
Drum roll.
garage for I don't know how long. And my garage is air conditioned, by the way. So the winner of this has to have participated today. And I will be checking that because this is a big prize. Issues here.
What's the timer?
7.
The stream died.
The stream absolutely died.
It's back now.
Oh no!
It's back.
Sweet mother of God buffering, it says. Sweet mother of God, it's buffering. Somebody said. Mike Rosa says, magic, Nancy Pelosi Boulevard.
Oh, boy.
It's big. It's big. I'm trying to shut us.
I know. All right, guys, we are going to try this.
Let's do it.
I think we're back now. All right, the big winner.
Yeah. Back.
I don't know who this person is. Alan Banks is our winner of the Trident. Well, at this point, let's see what happens.
Asked a question about the hydros.
Oh, he did.
And yeah, twice.
We probably should have answered it then, huh?
There he is.
Yeah, there he is.
He's
So,
there.
Alan Banks, you have won the Trident, sir. So, in order to claim your prize, you must message me on Facebook and must be a member of our Facebook group and a subscriber to this channel. So, hopefully, you have all three of those things done, Alan. Thank you for coming, Alan. I've never seen you on our stream, so appreciate it. And you have won a brand new Trident.
Awesome. Oh, hey, Derek paid for that.
Absolutely.
Derek take donations.
Never.
Derek is independent.
So you guys that might be new here, everything I do, I pay for out of my own money. I don't have any sponsors. I don't have any of that stuff. So everything I do, and Terrence knows, if I buy something, I buy it from Bulk Reef Supply or Marine Depot or whoever has it in stock.
Yep.
So.
Yep, absolutely. All right.
Well, thank you guys for coming. This was a lot of fun. We had a lot of technical issues, fun but it was fun. Yeah, Desert Reef probably crashed the stream. So.
In history, okay. And you had 110, 112 people on the stream too, Derek.
Awesome, man. It's all because of you guys. It's all because of you guys.
Pretty good.
All right, folks. See you later.
For Saturday morning, that's correct.